What up? This is Robert Ory.
Ory, three-pointer. Buries it!
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Ory for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Ory from downtown.
What is going on, Big Shot Bob?
Life.
Life is going on.
My favorite time of the year.
Hell yeah. It is our last show before the Christmas break. We're going to call it episode 193 of the Big Shot Bob podcast. That's B-Dog Brandon Harper. My name is Rob Jenners. That is Spectrum TV analyst and Compass Media color play-by-play guy.
Yeah.
Robert Ory. We were talking about your new gig before the show started. Do you want to tell everybody kind of what you're going to be doing? Because people are probably going to be hearing you now on a bunch of stuff across the country.
Compass reached out and wanted me to do college basketball. So I'm going to do a little color analyst for college basketball. Me and Matt Money Smith, who I know from LA. So it's going to be fun. It's a new adventure for me.
Have you ever done anything like that?
No, I have not.
You've never done this before.
I've never done this before. And they reached out to me. So I'm figuring they must, they see what I do on Spectrum. So they're like, okay, let's try them on this. So I'm excited, man. Just because, I love college basketball because I think now when you watch college and watch pros, this is going to sound really weird, but somehow college players, they play a little bit harder than the guys in the pros.
No, that doesn't sound weird at all, actually. No, that sounds about right on cue. Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited, dude. I'm excited to hear. You were running down some of the games. Tell us there's one in there. There's one monster that you're going to be calling.
Of course, they got me covering like 3 Alabama games, but the one I'm most excited for is Duke versus North Carolina, a rivalry game like that in basketball, ACC.
And two of the biggest marquee college basketball programs in the country.
Exactly, yeah. And part I like best, though, is like these guys, historic programs. I've never had a chance to play against Duke, but I played against North Carolina. I played in their arena, and so it's just fun to watch college basketball, man. Because pros don't get started really till after the All-Star break, and we got a minute for that. So yeah.
Oh yeah, well, we got a minute. Well, good for you, dude. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm excited to see how you do, and we're excited to carry. There's a good chance that we carry that game in Atlanta, the Duke North Carolina game. Yeah. So you might be on our radio station, man.
Yeah, and the crazy part, I'm a tough critic, and for me, I'm gonna watch everything I do, and if I don't like it, I'm gonna yo, this ain't for me. I suck at it. So
I don't think you're gonna suck though. You're honest. You're easygoing. You're more or less easy to work with. So I think it'll be fine, man. Yeah, and you know Matt, so it'll work out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean it's not. Yeah, I think it's gonna be good, dude. I'm excited for you. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you.
A little more exposure for Big Shot Bob.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about the NBA Cup final tonight? I mean, there's not much to it except for the fact that it's going to be the Bucks and the Thunder. I like the matchup. I think it's cool. I do have a funny clip of Giannis talking about the NBA media. Let me play this for you real quick. 'Cause this was Giannis the other day on somebody's podcast talking about how the NBA media reacts to everything.
You beat the team like today. Vegas, baby, the Bucks are rolling. They're going to Vegas. Blackjack. Wow. And the day you lose, they suck. Get him out of here. Trade Giannis, and he has blood in his hands, and nobody wants him, and he can shoot and lick and blah, blah, blah. Bad team at 0 IQ. I'm like, guys, yesterday I was the best player in the world.
He turns into a Japanese guy in the middle, too. Like, Vegas, blackjack, hurrah! Like, out of nowhere. But he's, look, I mean, we all know this because we talk about it all the time. The media in general, especially the NBA media and the sports media, we love to overreact to stuff. That's what we do. It's who we are. We're going to take every storyline and we're going to extrapolate it out into a bunch of stuff that maybe doesn't apply. But $500,000 on the line tonight.
Yes.
For each player who wins this game. And there was, I think I saw, was it Giannis? I can't remember who it was. It might have been Shea. Somebody was talking about the fact that they're not trying to pay attention to the paycheck. They're just trying to get out there and play. And it's like, that's got to be in the back of your brain, though, man.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
What a little kid when you need a bullshit. Because think about it. This is an extra game, and it's $500,000 on the line. Even though these guys make a shit ton of money, $500K is a lot of money, especially for that guy who's a 12th man, ain't making that much.
Hell
That dude
yeah.
probably he gonna be ML Carr tonight with that towel. Let's go, baby, because he know that's gonna make a difference in his
The bench
lifestyle.
riders are your biggest cheerleaders tonight, man.
Yeah. So yeah, they gonna play hard. Anytime you put money on the line, it's up there with winning Larry O. So they gonna play hard.
They will.
Yeah, they man, the Hawks just couldn't get it done. They should be in this position. They should be the Hawks versus OKC.
Looks, the Hawks need something to hang their hat on right now. So,
but I think they
nice.
do. But I think they do because I mean, no one ever would have thought they would have been in that position anyway to be even to go to the finals. So I think there's no need to hang their head. It's a lot of season left. They can use this to continue to get better and move forward, and at least make a statement to say, you know what, when people play the Hawks, this is not some thing where they can just walk in, get a win, and just walk out. Nah, it ain't. No, if you want that win, you want to fight for it.
Okay. Who you guys got in this game tonight? Who do you think wins this thing? I'm leaning Thunder.
I'm going Bucks.
Bucks. Okay.
I'm going Buck.
Oh wow, everybody's going Bucks.
I'm gonna go Bucks because I think the Bucks are hot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think they're rolling. Yeah.
That's fair. I'm leaning Thunder. For what it's worth, Darvin Ham remains unbeaten in NBA Cup games. Just for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Just throw that out there. I do find it funny that we're on trade deadline watch already too. Trade deadline until February 6th. We already got a bunch of people in the hopper. The one I've seen a lot, and it seems like he's in this conversation every time we talk about the trade deadline, is Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
And now it's the Warriors that are saying that they would be like really interested in Jimmy.
Yeah, you got to give up a lot for Jimmy though, man.
Would that be a fit for him?
You think about it, I would love to have it, just see the drama between him and Draymond, because both of them are strong-minded individuals who want the game to be played the right way. So that would be something special to watch that. So who knows?
There's a lot of this. I'm trying to see what else is on this thing. There's so many. Houston or Dallas for Jimmy. Also, both of them in the mix. I could see Houston maybe.
Well, he's from Houston,
but I think you're going to have to give up a lot of your young core probably to get him over there, right?
But I also think Houston is out because of Ime Udoka's comments, even when it came to James Harden, any other veteran. Go win a title. Don't come here. If you're wanting to win a title, don't come here. These guys are not ready. And I also think
that's the
somebody like Jimmy.
Heard.
Yeah, to somebody like Jimmy, somebody like James, they also, I don't want to say this in a bad way, but they kind of stunt the growth of the youth. The reason why this team is growing the way that they are is because they're allowed to grow. And I think when you bring somebody like Jimmy in who is wanting to win a title, it kind of takes away from other guys in their development. So I think that takes Houston out. Dallas might be interesting.
Again, though, I don't know if he fits in that grouping.
When I look at Jimmy is the type of player that can't play fancy free. He is so much better in a structured offense. I think that was one of the reasons he kind of hated Philly, kind of hated Minnesota. But this Miami offense, think about it, it's structured. You got to go A, B, C, and D. And when you talk about structure and who could really use him, it'd be the Spurs. You think about it, the Spurs are a structured team. They got a guy in Chris Paul who could run the point. They're missing someone like Jimmy. I know they're not gonna win a championship, but when you talk about making this team a better team, not this season, but next season, you add Jimmy. And some people are looking around the league like, shit, they got Jimmy. We ain't gonna talk about Chris Paul because he's aging. You got Wemby. Yeah. Shit. One more piece. They there, baby. I know, B, you love Wemby and stuff. So think about it. If you got that hard-nosed guy that can control, because if you watch the Spurs, they do a lot of silly shit sometimes when Chris Paul is not on the floor. Mm-hmm. So you need somebody going to have them more structure. But I don't see him fitting in with the Warriors, because the Warriors kind of play up-tempo, and that's not really who Jimmy is. He can, but I don't think that's who he is. The Lakers would be a good fit for him. They have
to give up too much.
They have to give up. Everyone had to give up too much, but it's just going to be a really hard sell because makes a lot of money, and plus, is he going to be there the next year?
Yeah.
The Spurs is really intriguing, though.
They are intriguing. I
But
don't
he doesn't want to
think
go there though.
the reason why I say a team like Dallas is because I think he brings some extra added defensive presence that Dallas does not have from the other two guys. And I think he adds another scoring
The
dynamic.
other three guys.
Oh,
Could add
true.
one more to that.
Okay, cool. Okay. Matter of fact, he has a defensive. He has some defense that the whole team don't have. Let's just say outside of the guys in your front court, outside of your big guys on the elbow, the wings, and everything like that. I think he adds a defensive presence that they don't already have, and I think that's a team that when you start looking at one more piece, if it's the right piece, they can make a run. I think Jimmy could fit well in Dallas.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting.
It's interesting, but you think about the Dallas team, like he ain't gonna allow Luka to take all them bad shots though. That could be too frustrating for him.
But I think that's a good thing because I think sometimes Luka's bad shots are what's holding that team back. As dynamic as he is, and we think Luka's gonna win a couple of MVPs throughout his career. But I also think that Luka has to kind of hone back a little bit and realize, hey, you need a guy on that team that's gonna say, hey, let's reel back some of these bad shots. Let's play better team basketball.
You frame that like he's going to be polite about it too.
And
That's
Luka,
what's hysterical. Yeah.
And Luka gonna look like, this is my team, this is my city. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
And then he's going to Minnesota Timberwolves their ass and just blow the whole place up.
Yeah, we saw how Luka looked in the what was that in the finals.
Yeah.
We saw how disgusting he looked in the finals. When Jimmy was in the finals, Jimmy looked good. When they played the Lakers, I know it was the bubble and everything like that, but Jimmy played his heart out. I think you need a guy like that with some level of heart that can add that dynamic to a team that may be one guy away. Hey, I think a guy like Kyrie can respect a guy like Jimmy. I really do.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd be interested to see it. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if Jimmy's even going to go anywhere.
I don't think he's gonna
That's
go
the
there.
other thing too. It's like this comes up every trade deadline. It's like who's in the market for Jimmy, and then Jimmy stays in Miami.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see if they decide to do anything. This is the one that threw me though, and this is the one I wanted to ask you guys about. Bovada, odds-on favorite, L.A. Lakers, to get Lonzo Ball. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Didn't we do this already? Didn't we already do this? We're gonna do this again?
For who?
Huh? Right.
For who?
What?
Don't get me wrong. Him and D'Lo, they went away and improved and came back, but who? I'm like, I know you want some defensive presence, but you don't take him just for the fact that he's hurt all the time. Now, if he's in a package with someone else, like a big, what's the big they got over there? But yeah.
Oh, you talking about in Charlotte?
No, in Chicago.
No, in Chicago.
In Chicago. Oh, Vucevic.
Yeah, Vucevic.
Oh, yeah.
Now you give me Ball and Vucevic, I'll take that. But no, not Ball by himself.
You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about LaMelo. My bad.
Yeah,
He's been linked to the Lakers too.
He has. I've seen that as well.
Too much money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too much money.
Too much money right there.
But
he's playing well,
he's
though.
Yeah, but
I mean, he's hurt, but yes, but when he's healthy, he's been playing pretty well.
he's young though. I
He's
like that.
very
He's
young.
what, 23,
Yeah.
Yeah.
24? Yeah.
Something like that.
It's a lot of money, but he is young.
He'll lose his mind. But if you think about it, you give Vucevic over there, or shit, even if you throw in Zach LaVine, then you give me Ball. I'll take that trade there for somebody, but not just Ball by himself. He got to come with somebody.
You can't take Ball and Levine. How much money you got to pay Zach Levine? Come on.
Zach LaVine's making $43 million.
Yeah,
Is it
something
40?
just
43.
nuts. He's making something nuts. And it's
Get
just,
your bread,
yeah.
brother. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, but for real. But yeah, when you got a payroll like LA's got, come on now.
No.
You can't be paying him that. This was the other one too. The Wizards look like they're going through a fire sale now because I think they're like 3-20 or some shit. Like they are a raging dumpster fire right now. Jonas Valanciunas, the big from Washington. That's the other one that I've seen linked to the Lakers a bunch this week. But the Wizards are trying to move Malcolm Brogdon and also Kyle Kuzma. It seems like so. The Wizards are just like, who wants it? Come and get it. Fire sale.
Hey,
Half off. Everything must go.
This Wizards team, you look at them and be like, wow. It's like You can't. It's like name the starting five on that team is just.
I can't. I think I just gave you 3 of them in the trade package. It was like Brogdon, Kuzma, Jordan Poole, Valanciunas, and I couldn't even tell you who the 5th is.
But the crazy part about it, if you want to do a dumpster set, this is a good team because they don't have anybody making a lot of money. Jordan Poole is the highest paid player on that team, making $29 million. But it'll be very interesting to see who goes where. But I guarantee, if I'm one of these players and I'm like, oh, the Wizards, no, not me. Don't send me to the Wizards.
Don't send me to Washington.
Unless you're a guy that's not getting any PT. You're like, okay, I can get some PT and learn. Okay, that's good. But poor Michael Brogdon. I love Malcolm Brogdon. Think about it. He went from one of the most hot players and sought after players in the league, and now he's just like been bumped over here, bumped over there, bumped over there. He
just all over.
Yeah.
It's DC is a place that you go to make your money. You ain't going there to win.
Yeah. That's right now. No,
that
probably not ever
functional. Yeah.
I can't remember a time when the Wizards were really that good. They've had their little bumps in history, but never like crazy impactful.
Chris Webber, when they had Chris Webber,
the Webber years. Yeah,
and they were the Bullets then.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They weren't even the Wizards; they were the Bullets.
Talking about the Manute Bowl days. Jesus.
You might as well have said Chris Mullin.
An ode to all NBA white guys everywhere. Chris Mullin. All right. Well, look. It's our last show of the year. I wanted to do college football picks with you guys because we're going to hit playoff games this week, end of this week. We're off Christmas week. So when we come back, we're going to have matchups for the college football playoff pretty much set, ready to go. Mm-hmm. So there's 4 games this weekend. I want all of us to do picks here, and I want to see how we do because I'm curious to see not just where you think that these are going to go, but genuine, like straight up picks against the line here. So let's start with number 10, Indiana, at number 7, Notre Dame. This is the Friday night game. The winner plays Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. Notre Dame's laying 7. It's in South Bend.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Irish just so they can go ahead and get their head beat in by Georgia. Because I don't care who wins this game, they don't get their head beat in by Georgia. Even with a backup quarterback, they're gonna get beat by Georgia.
So is it official that he's gonna be playing the backup quarterback?
I think so because I think Carson Beck has an AC sprain.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's gonna be Gunnar Stockton.
Yeah. I'm taking Notre Dame.
I'm just a Notre Dame hater. And sorry, Catholics, but I'm taking Indiana.
Okay.
I'm just, I want the brother Notre Dame to win, but I just don't trust them, man. I'm going Indiana.
Okay. I have no faith in Notre Dame, but I have no faith in Indiana because they have been here for 3.5 seconds. And there's nothing against Signetti, their coach, good coach. He got his big extension. You've been good for 10 minutes. Let's calm down, okay? You're a basketball school. Let's take a deep breath, okay? So I think Notre Dame's going to win this game, and then I think Notre Dame's going to get trounced by Georgia. All right, next game, number 11, SMU, at number 6, Penn State. This is Saturday at noon. This is in College Happy Valley. Winner plays Boise State. Penn State's laying 8.5 at home.
I'm gonna take Penn State in this game because Penn State plays outside, right? SMU ain't used to cold weather, so I'm going with Penn State. Now, if this was on a neutral field, I would take SMU. But since the elements will come into play, who knows? It might not even be cold that day. But only the reason I'm taking Penn State is because of the elements.
Okay.
I'm gonna take
whoever wins this game gonna beat the brakes off Boise State anyway, so I don't care.
If you hear barking, that's the dog.
That's the check-in with Harp's dog.
Jesus Lord. I'm gonna take Penn State. I'm gonna take Penn State because I think James Franklin in all of his can't win a big game. Here it is. Here's your opportunity to win a big game and get to the next level and get to the next round. This is your opportunity. You have home field advantage. Get it done. If you can't look, what the song say, if you don't know me by now, you'll never know me. If he ain't gonna do it now, he ain't gonna never do it.
No.
So
well, and he ain't ever done it though. So it's like,
never done
what are we waiting on here?
So this is his chance. This is your chance to beat a team. You got home field advantage. This is your chance to move on.
Okay.
And I think he does it.
So is he gonna be coaching, or is Keegan Michael K gonna be coaching? Because they look alike. And sometimes I be thinking when he coaching, it's Keegan instead of him.
You done messed up, Aaron. I'm going SMU. I think SMU was a very underrated offense this year. They laid an egg against Clemson in the ACC championship game. That was not the game I expected to see.
Fuck SMU.
I thought, wow, with a mouthful of protein powder. I thought that SMU was actually going to show up, and they played like trash. And now I haven't seen SMU play that way all year. Yeah. So I have confidence that against a team like Penn State, and James Franklin does not scare me. With his schemes, with his defense, with his offense, I think SMU, even if they don't win it, I think they're going to keep it close. And Penn State's laying 8.5 points. Yeah. I think if SMU loses, they lose by like a field goal or 4 points or something like that. I don't think they get run out the building. But.
So if it's perfect elements that day, I'm telling you, SMU going to beat the brakes off them. But if it's not, I think Penn State's going to come into this thing. Yeah.
And then the winner will play Boise State.
And whoever wins this game is beating Boise State.
Okay.
Boise State running back is great, but
Genty.
What else about them?
That's it. He's their whole offense, man. He's their whole offense.
And you think about Penn State's defensive line, it's one of the top in the country. So
no, they're good.
And SMU has a very underrated defense. But I'm just saying that this Boise State, that's the one team you look at them like, come on.
Stop the run.
Yeah.
Just stop the run.
These playoffs are going to be very telling for a lot of the, obviously you have your Power 4 teams, but then when you start implementing the other conferences, the Mountain West and, the Group of 5 and all those type of schools, and they win their conference and they get a bye, you're going to start to see who these teams really are when they start going up against SEC schools who had to fight. Or they got to go up against Georgia, or they got to go up against something. Because what you're going to hear, I guarantee you heard it here first. Well, you not necessarily here first. You probably heard it already. But, they don't deserve. Why do they deserve? They just got blown out by such and such. Well, just because they won their conference, that doesn't mean they should get a bye. Well, that's the precedent that's been set. And we're going to see it.
It's also the first year we've done this.
No, it's true.
So
but this is what's going to happen,
right? They're going to to your point. They're going to give this a shot. They're going to give the big conference winners a first round bye, and then you're going to find out if the Mountain West strength of schedule is a hot load of garbage, which I feel like it is, because I feel like whoever wins, like SMU or Penn State, who just had to fist fight their way into the playoff, are going to come in with a lot more strength of schedule experience than a team like Boise State. All right, next one. Number 12, Clemson. This is a good game. Number 12, Clemson at number 5, Texas. This is in Texas. Yep. It's the Saturday 4:00 game. The winner will play Arizona State in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl here in Atlanta. Another one where we're like, ooh. Texas is laying 11.5 points at home. Wow.
That's shit. You got to go up a little bit. I'm sorry, Dabo. I love you to death, but y'all gonna get trumped by 21 points.
Oh, you think Clemson's gonna get whooped like that?
They're gonna get whooped by 21 points.
Hey, Rob.
Ooh. Yeah.
Your alma mater ain't gonna be the only folks that got a problem with you. You and Dabo may have an issue after this one.
Your phone's gonna start buzzing in about 2 hours from now, man.
I love Dabo, but man, Texas is fucking good, man. They're good.
Texas is a good team.
Yeah.
They're a good team.
At UT, Clemson. I know you beat SMU and you skated into this playoff thing, but I'm telling you, Texas to me, I got Texas winning it all now, just for the simple fact that Carson is out for Georgia.
Carson was playing like trash.
But hey, he was bored with the regular season, man. He was bored with the regular season.
He played terrible in the SEC championship game. Georgia didn't turn it on till Gunnar Stockton cut in the game. That's legitimately the truth.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Here's the thing with Gunnar, and I'm not taking anything away from him. And this is the thing that kind of scares me is that when you're the backup quarterback, nobody has any tape on you.
Nope.
Now there's tape.
Oh, we know Alabama had to have
there ain't a lot of tape though.
That time.
You got one half of tape against Texas.
But teams are going to now look at this and figure out, okay, he's still a backup, and this is how we need to attack him. Now, I think because of Georgia's defense and their run game, I think it can kind of help offset that and give him a little bit more and make him a little bit more comfortable because the best friend to a rookie quote unquote quarterback is a run game, an effective run game, and I think that's what's going to help. Yeah. So I think that'll help, but I think Kirby's going to put him in a position to where, hey, I don't need you to be all world. I just don't need you to turn the ball over.
Yeah. All right, who you got, B? Texas Clemson. Texas laying 11.5 at home.
I think Texas win this game, but selfishly, I wouldn't mind Clemson winning because I think Clemson will bring a better crowd to the Benz for the Peach Bowl. And I think the Peach Bowl is looking at it from the standpoint, who's going to bring the better crowd? I don't think Texas is going to want to travel to Atlanta again.
No, we're just here. Yeah.
I don't think you talk about richest schools in the country.
You're right. I get that. I understand. But I also think
money.
You're right. But I also think because Clemson is closer and a lot of people don't think they should be here, I think that crowd going to be amazing because a lot of them live here and Clemson, South Carolina ain't no drive from there to Atlanta. It ain't that bad.
Yeah. But you still forget though, you still got to get there. And Texas got a lot of money. And they don't care.
I think Texas
they have
the
a
game.
Huge following. They following is gigantic.
Oh, well, and remember too, this game's in Texas.
Yeah,
so
I think Texas
this is a Texas home game for Clemson.
Yeah, I think Texas wins it, but I'm gonna tell you this: boy, let Clemson find a way to upset this team.
I'll tell you what, man. If Clemson beats Texas in Texas, punch my money for Clemson to go to the national championship game because I don't know if anybody's going to be able to stop them. If you beat Texas in Texas, and they've been playing way better, Clemson, way better than they did at the beginning of the season.
It happened, yeah.
What's his name from ESPN? Emmanuel Acho, who played at Texas.
Yeah,
they did the thing where everybody was picking. Guess who he had in this? Guess who he had as a national title matchup?
Who?
Georgia Clemson. A rematch of game one.
I was gonna say that didn't work out week one, so
and he has Clemson winning it all.
Wow. All right. Well,
yeah.
I think Texas is going to win.
He just had to be different.
I think Texas is going to win, but I don't think it's going to be a rout.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be what Rob said with 21 points. I think Clemson's going to keep it within a touchdown, maybe 10 points.
And Arch Manning might start.
11.5's a big number to cover.
If Arch Manning starts, it's really going to be a blowout because he's a better quarterback than you are. Way better because he can use his legs. He's more accurate. But
then we'll have to hear about Arch Manning nonstop for the next 2 weeks.
You're going to hear about it.
We're going to have to hear about him all next year.
I know that, but I'm just saying, let's put that shit off till next year. Get me through 24, man. Get me through 24.
No.
All right, last game. Number 9, Tennessee. At number 8, Ohio State.
This the game right here.
This is it. Saturday, 8 p.m. The winner goes on to play Oregon. Ohio State's laying 7.
See, this is when I think Ohio State, Tennessee should be where Penn State and SU they are. It's flip-flop. It's like because now you got maybe a potential matchup with Ohio State, Oregon. I got Ohio State winning this game, but just because Tennessee is just so up and down and inconsistent. The quarterback, I'm taking Ohio State in this game. So
I'm taking Tennessee. I get the weather. I understand all that going into the shoe, going into Columbus, 100,000 strong, but Neyland Stadium holds 100,000 too in Tennessee. It's a little warmer, but it is something about Ohio State that I do not trust this season. And one of the strengths of Tennessee, we didn't see it in the Georgia game, is their pass rush. Their defense has been better this year.
Yes, they have a good defense.
It has in years past.
Yeah.
And I think they find a way to get after Ohio State. Now, do I think it's going to be a good game? Absolutely. Ohio State is at home. I'm not saying they're a bad football team. They're highly talented. But it is something about that team and Ryan Day, their head coach, I just don't trust.
Ryan Day.
I can't.
But, it's funny you say it because even though they had the highest paid college team out there, you do know that, right? That
they were number one. Yeah.
They're the highest paid football team.
It was like $21 million or something that went into that roster.
It's ridiculous.
It was nuts. Yeah.
And if you look at the schedule and you go back, like, who have they beaten? They really haven't beaten anybody, but I just think that I just don't trust. I know Tennessee's defense is awesome, but I just don't trust their offense. And so I'm going with Ohio State in this one. Even though I don't believe in Day at all because he hasn't won a big one. But I'm just going with I feel like the home court advantage is going to pay off big in this game.
Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing you don't trust about Ohio State, Harper. They lost to a garbage Michigan team.
They can't never beat Michigan.
They lost to and Michigan. It was hot garbage this year.
I think they lost to Michigan
They were not the defending national champs. They were a whole different team.
Has it been 4 straight or Ryan Day is 1-4 versus Michigan?
Yes, I think. I don't know if he's beat Michigan. Has he beat Michigan?
No, he's 1-4.
Is he 1-4? Okay,
I think he's beat him once.
All right, he's beat him once. I don't trust Ohio State. I don't think they're a bad football team. I think it's going to be a good game. I think Tennessee wins this thing. I think Tennessee by like a field goal, not by much.
And you said that team, the winner of that game, goes to play Oregon.
That game, they go on to play Oregon.
So
number one unbeaten Oregon, who I don't necessarily have all the faith in the world in.
Now, if Tennessee's defense, they get to Oregon, it's going to be a massacre because Tennessee, they used to motherfuckers throwing the ball. They used to running quarterbacks, so their defense would kind of slow all that down.
They're going to come at Dylan Gabriel hard. Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a tougher game than the Ohio State game.
We'll see. All right. Well, I got everybody's picks. It was funny enough, Rob, you and I picked the opposite of every single game. We did not agree on one of these. We picked opposite on every game.
No, you took. Are you taking Clemson over Texas?
I think Clemson covers. I think Texas is going to win the game, but I think Clemson is going to cover. Texas is laying 11.5 points at home.
Okay.
I think Texas will win it, but I think Clemson is going to keep it within probably a touchdown.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I think Clemson's going to cover.
Rob,
you said they won by 21. Shit.
I won't. Don't get me wrong.
I texted that to Dabo.
I would love for Clemson to beat Texas. Even though it's the SEC, and I shouldn't be saying that, but I got to root for my boy.
Look at you.
No. I'm just you asking. I'm going with my head. My head says Texas 21. My heart says I want Clemson. It's two different things. So I'm always going to go with what the old noodle says. So.
At least you're thinking with the right head. All right. The Freddie Freeman baseball. Did you see this story this week?
Like 1 point some million?
$1.56 million.
Oh, it went up to 1.5?
The Grand Slam walk-off Game 1 of the World Series ball. The family that caught it put it up with an auction house. It's the third highest selling baseball in history. Any shot what the other two in front of it might have been.
I just know it was the Mark McGwire one, right?
Mark McGwire's 70th home run ball.
Yeah.
Is number one. From 1998. Any guess on number two?
Number two is what's the guy name for the Yankees? It's the drop ball with Aaron Judge.
Oh no. No, it's not that.
You hear about that one?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, but no. I don't know. I don't know what the second one is.
It's Shohei Ohtani's 50th. When Shohei hit the 50th out, that one is the second highest of all time. This one went to when I saw it was going up for auction, I was like, okay, couple $100,000 probably.
Yeah.
I never in a million years thought it'd go for $1.5 million.
Me
never.
either. And
it's a cool moment. I mean, it's the only walk-off Grand Slam in World Series history. That's dope. But 1.5, I didn't see it being like the third highest baseball of all time. I just didn't see that. But, man, if there's any piece of sports memorabilia, you have a blank check. Is there anything that jumps out to you like, man, it would be cool to have that? That's a tough question to
That's
answer.
a tough question.
Because I'm not gonna lie, you have something I would love. You've got Kobe Bryant game used jersey, don't you?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I would love to have like a Kobe game worn jersey. I don't care how much it would cost. If I had a blank check, I would love to have a piece of Kobe memorabilia.
I would love to have the ball that he used to score 81.
Well, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Have him sign it. Obviously.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
That's the only way we can authenticate it if we sign it.
Yeah. Oh man, that's crazy. I think I will have to go with the jersey when Hank Aaron
Hit 715.
Oh, hit 715. Oh my
yeah.
goodness! You'd have to rob Cooperstown to get that.
Well, I'm just you actually. So,
You
you think about it. Think about that jersey, man. And you know, at that time in history, Hank Aaron, and man, like I tell you, one time I was at an event with a bunch of athletes, and Hank Aaron walked in. You'd have thought every major athlete turned into little kids because they were just like, "Oh, Hank, Hank!" And everybody just went up to like was saying, "Can I get a picture?" I mean, these are like top tier athletes, you know.
Yeah.
So it was like all trying to get a picture with Hank Aaron because that's just history right there. So I think the Hank Aaron jersey would be my.
That's I met him one time
Mm-hmm.
working with the Braves, and I got to shake his hand, and I think it's like the closest I've ever been to like royalty. Because I felt like I was meeting like the king. It was like this was like you're meeting somebody whose name and reputation is larger than anything that you can comprehend. And like you said, like major athletes, star supers, they turn into little kids around him. It's Hank Aaron. Oh my God, it's Hank Aaron. I shook his hand and was like, I just shook Hank Aaron's hand. I'm never washing this hand. Like,
yeah, I had the pleasure of like I was at the World Series. It was the World Series or something at Astros game. And I felt someone tap me on the shoulder. It was Muhammad Ali. I felt like I was melted like into
wow.
So that Muhammad Ali was when he talks about athletes, Muhammad Ali and then Wilt Chamberlain before he passed away. He and I had the same heart doctor. And I was coming out, he was coming in. He's like, "Yo, fella, how's it going? What's wrong with you?" And so I got to make Wilt. And so it's just like, so those I've been, you know, that's the thing about being a Laker, man. You get the privilege of meeting so many freaking people.
Oh, I can't imagine.
They come to games and stuff, and it's just awesome.
I can't imagine. Yeah, my stepdad has a pair of Ali gloves that he bought at an auction that are signed by Ali.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You won't get these till I die." I was like, I'm not going to sell them, but yeah, okay, thanks. They'll go in the office somewhere. They'll go in the office somewhere. All right. I wanted to mention this story from the NFL. Devondre Campbell in San Francisco. He's a linebacker for the 49ers. Got suspended this week because he just decided he didn't want to play for the 49ers anymore. Third quarter of the game, they lost to the I think it was to the Rams.
Yeah.
Last week.
Yep.
He just didn't go in the game. He just he looked at Kyle Shanahan and said, "No, I'm not going in." And they're down like two linebackers in San Francisco, and he's just like, "No, I'm good." So then after the game, you got George Kittle and all these guys just hitting the podium, just crushing him. I've never had a teammate quit. Just quit. And he wasn't holding out for anything. Mm-hmm. He's got a 1-year deal in San Francisco. The team's not very good this year. They have not found a way to win. They've been hurt like crazy. And he just didn't want to play. Just said, "No, I'm good." Now he's like the most hated man in San Francisco. Like the whole city hates him.
Hey, they needed another scapegoat.
Something, right? Get the spotlight off Kyle Shanahan, put it on Devondre Campbell. But have you ever had a teammate just like, "No, I don't want to play"?
I've done that before where I'm like, "Man, I'm not going to the game. Fuck that." You know, but because when you get to a certain point in your career and you want me to play scrub minutes, I'm like, I'm not playing scrub minutes. Get that to someone else. That's give that to them. But it wasn't anything malicious because the coach would be like, "You want something?" Like, "No, I want that. I don't want to fucking play in the game." And that's how it is. But
why would you do that? Like, are you winning? Are you blowing a team out, or are you losing? Like, why would you not want to go?
Well, been on both of those because I'd rather for the dude behind me that doesn't get any playing time to get out there and play. And this only happened like 11 years in. You know, Phil has asked me plenty of times. Pop has asked me plenty of times. And it's not like the coaches, they would come out to you and say, "Do you want to?" And you say, no. They don't say, "Get in there." I've been told him to get on the nine. I'd be like, "No, let him play." He said, "You sure?" Like, "Yeah, let him play." And it's nothing like with any ill intent or malicious behind it. It's just like when you're a vet do you really want to go out there and play those last like 6 minutes against guys who can either get you hurt or is just going to crush your stats? So he's like, no, let someone else play. That's what. But this situation I know is totally different because they needed him, and he said, nah, I'm good. So it's going to be really hard for him to get another deal anywhere else.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. I don't know how you go anywhere now, because that's the story. The story is you just didn't play. You quit. You quit on your team.
Yeah. USFL?
When they needed you, you walked out.
Mm-hmm.
And he got suspended. Apparently, his locker's been cleaned out. So I mean, he is gone. Like, he is cut from the team. You ain't gonna see him no more.
Well, they suspended him. So what this
right,
did
but his shit is gone. Like, they've cleaned his locker out.
Yeah, they've done that, but they've kept him on the roster to prevent him from signing with any other team. So not only are you not going to play for this team, we're not going to release you to give you the benefit to go play for somebody else.
Right.
So
you're still going to have to have a deal next season somewhere. And how do you even negotiate that deal?
I mean, that's cool, but you know, the NFL fraternity is small. You know, they're like, everybody sees this. Now, he may get a deal to play somewhere, but like, dang, if you don't want to go out there and play for them, what makes you think you want to come out here and play for me?
Well, you know, when you have a history of not, and you get tossed to the side by the 49ers, you don't ever get another job. So,
and the thing is, here's the thing about it. One of the reasons why he don't want to go in is because Dre Greenlaw, who is the starting linebacker who tore his Achilles running out on the field in the Super Bowl last year, came back. And I guess Devondre felt, hey, I'm a starter in this league. Now that Dre is back, I should still be getting a lot of playing time. He decided not to go in now that his starting spot is no longer available. But I'm like, bro, you rotate guys. Like, guys need a win. He just coming back from an Achilles, so he may not necessarily be fully in the shape. They need you. Like, you're selfish as hell because you took your starting spot is gone. That doesn't mean you won't play. Like, go out and play. Your team needs you. Don't let me defend the 49.
I was going to say, what is happening here? What is going on here?
I'm just saying this from a football perspective, like from a teammate perspective. Like, come on, dog. How you not going to go out there and go to war with us? We putting everything out there on the line and you don't want to go out there because you thought your starting spot was taken? Man, come on, man up, dog.
Yeah.
Well, while we're on the NFL, this has been a weird story of these rash of home invasions.
Oh, yeah.
All over the NFL, because it happened to Mahomes. It happened to Kelsey when they were on the road playing. It just happened to Joe Burrow, who apparently had a Victoria's Secret model in his house calling 911.
Is that what it was?
On his behalf. Yeah, it was a Victoria's Secret model in his house called 911. But I'm curious. Now, I know you said you've gone through robberies and stuff before, like you've had a robbery at your house. That sucks. That's miserable. That's got to be a horrible, horrible feeling. But did you ever have to have any kind of time where the league was like, hey, heads up, something's going on, watch your shit, or lock down, or have a conversation about security or any of that stuff?
I don't know if you remember this. We had a rash of jackings. Like, a lot of NBA players was getting carjacked. They was doing that thing where one guy stop in front, one guy pull up beside you and everything, and they were literally trying to jack guys. I don't remember when this was, but the NBA pulled everybody into like meetings before practice, say, listen, be aware of your surroundings. When you pull up behind a car, stop so far out behind so you can get out. So we had a big meeting. That was the only thing. I remember even I think Mario Ellie got jacked one time for his car and a couple other players. It was I think about like it happened for like 6 months and then it all went away. It's just weird how that thing's come in like waves.
Was
like
it happening across the league? Or
it was happening across the league. Yeah. Wow. There's a lot of guys getting followed and getting jacked for their cars. It was weird. Yeah.
Well, obviously, and that's, I think, what the NFL's warning has been, is that this is very organized. These are people that are paying attention to where you are, when you're not there, when your security's not at the house, all that stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, it's just a wild story that all of a sudden
this is why I tell people all the time, oh, look what I got, look what I'm wearing. You want to put all this shit on social media. Not just the fans are watching it. Criminal masterminds are watching too. So, oh, yeah, we got to get that. Yeah, come on off that, buddy. We're going to come out of your house and take all that shit.
Yeah, for real.
I think, and the scarier part is like with Joe, even with Joe Burrow, having somebody else at the house when you're gone. Yeah. And I think it was not only her, it was like
it was her and her mom,
a child. I think it was
and there was daughter. I think there was a child too. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And so now you're away and you hear something like that happens and you have other people in your house that you can't defend. And so now you feel it's like, dang, I can't even. It's one thing if I'm home and somebody want to jack. Okay, I can defend myself. But if I have, women and children in the house, like, what can I do? Like, I'm 1,000 miles or a couple of 100 miles away playing football or whatnot, and I got folk breaking in my house with mama, girlfriend, or wife in the house. Like, that's crazy.
It's funny. I'm not trying to say that. Sometimes you gotta have protection. If it's a Roscoe, if it's a dog named Roscoe, you gotta have something, to protect yourself nowadays. And I hate to say that because a lot of innocent people get hurt by that, but that's why, I don't like dogs in my house, but because of, my wife and my kid being home, we have, a mean ass dog that will eat your ass up if you come up in here. And so,
just ask the cable repair guy. He's
exactly
got his ass chewed up a couple times at Rob's house.
So, that's one of the only reasons why I'm reluctant to come and visit you. I'm uncertain about that dog.
Hey, we lock her away when people come over now, but she knows better than but if you come up in this house unannounced, she will eat your ass alive.
Who in your family, other than y'all that live in there, is she okay? Like if mom comes by the house.
Oh, so this is how mom broke her hand. Not my mom, Candace's mom. She loves her. So one day she walked through the door and she ran to her and jumped over. And it was like,
oh, slow mo.
She fell backwards and broke her wrist because she knocked her down because she was just so happy to see her start licking her. So so she likes everybody, and she likes Cameron, she likes Christian, she likes Nick, she likes everybody in the family. Gina, of course, Gabrielle. She likes everybody. But now, if you come in the house and you with me, she'll just look at you. But if I walk away and she and you in there alone, she might go after you. But she's very, very protective of the family. That's why I love Storm. I love Storm.
Good for you. Yeah, I ain't coming to visit.
You come visit, man. We lock upstairs.
No, I'm small. I'm like a chew toy. She'd light my ass up.
Look, I'm gonna put it to you like this. I ain't outran a dog, ran from a dog in a minute, so I don't know how I'll do. But I promise you, if I got to, I'll turn into Usain Bolt and everybody else you can think of if I'm running from a dog. Because at that point in time, I dig down into the depths and get speed that I ain't never thought I had. I'm gone.
Hey, just find a table and jump up on the table. That's what.
Oh, you ain't got. I'm jumping up on anything.
No. Harp gonna be like 3 blocks away. What are you talking about? Jumping on the table, man. All right, I'm going to do a fun big shot of the week this week, and then we're going to play a Christmas edition of Rapid Fire. Of the big shot of the week this week is going to go to Louisville Cardinals head basketball coach Pat Kelsey. And here's why. Cardinals have struggled this year. They've had some tough matchups. They've lost some games they probably should have won. He was being asked by a reporter, you've got this stretch of games now where you've got Duke, and then, you've got Kentucky. And then wedged in the middle of those two games is UTEP. So it's how do you get, up for Duke and then play down for UTEP and then get right back up for Kentucky? There's got to be an emotional swing. Here was Pat Kelsey's answer.
I mean, we get a bunch of free sneakers. I wear sweatsuits to work. My kids are healthy. My wife's hot. I got a pretty good life. We get to play college basketball. We get to play in the Yum Center. We get to get ready for Utah. My dad used to say it all the time. I would say to him, Dad, you got to go to work today. He said, son, I get to go to work today. Right? Heck yeah. Schedule's been a little bit difficult. We've had some adversity, but, this guy's been awesome. The process has been great. Results will take care of themselves. And just on to the next one. Most important game in the history of the program is the next one we play. And that's that one on Saturday. About 3 hours ago, it was this one right here. It's the deal.
I love that answer.
Me too.
I love that answer so much.
Yeah.
Because there's fun in there, but there's also a lot of really good perspective. You know what I mean? You have to go to work? No, I get to go to work. I get to get up and go do this every day. So even when it sucks, it's still I get free sneakers. I got a hot wife. I get to coach basketball games. I wear sweatpants to work. I'm not gonna. So it's just, I thought it was a really cool message about, while it was funny, there was a nice you know what?
Yeah.
Look at the bright side, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell people all the time, you know, you have to do something, you know, 9 times out of 10, you don't want to do it. When you get to do something, you excited for it. Now, I understand exactly what he's saying. You know, you think about it, we get to play basketball for a living. We get to make a lot of money doing that shit. It's fun, man. And I think a lot of coaches don't approach it like that. They approach it as work. And if you come in there all high, strong, and tight, that's going to go out to your players. Your players are going to be the same way. So you got to, you know, as much as Wimp was a hard ass when he was, but he know how to mix it with fun. And so it allowed us to be loosey-goosey at times. So you got to have that as coaches. Some of these coaches going to freaking, you know, pass out from all how tight they are. What did Barkley say that time? Your ass was so tight, I couldn't, you know, when he got ready to shoot the free throw. What's the guy named Carr that was shooting the free throw for Minnesota? And he missed it to win, but it was something like that. I had to look it up. But yeah, some of these guys are so high strong, so tight. You know, they gonna blow up.
Yeah, like have fun, have fun. All right,
True.
this week's game. We're gonna play rapid fire. Rapid fire. I give you 60 seconds. You guess as many right as you can in 60 seconds. It is a Christmas themed edition of rapid fire. All of the questions are about Christmas. So Christmas movies, Christmas songs, Christmas ideas, all that stuff. Robert Ory, do you want to go first or do you want to defer?
Today I am in the giving spirit, so I'm gonna give Harp the chance to go first.
All right.
Man.
All right, so I stacked the questions wrong. No, I'm kidding. All right, Harp. I'm going to give you 60 seconds. We'll see how many of these you can get right. Again, this is all Christmas trivia. Load it up. Here we go. Which popular Christmas beverage is also called milk punch?
Eggnog.
Correct. How many ghosts show up in A Christmas Carol?
3?
4. In what town was baby Jesus born?
Bethlehem.
Correct. The movie Miracle on 34th Street is based on what real-life department store?
It's not Macy's, is it?
It is Macy's.
Oh, okay, cool.
Melikaliki Makai means Merry Christmas in what language?
Hawaiian.
Correct. What saint is most commonly associated with Santa Claus?
Saint Nick.
Correct. Elvis isn't going to have a white Christmas. He's going to have what color Christmas?
Blue.
Correct. In Home Alone, where are the McAllisters going on vacation when they leave Kevin behind?
Dang. It's not New York?
No, that was the second.
In New York.
That was the second one.
The second one, he ends up in New York. They were going to Paris.
That's right. Okay.
They were going to Paris and they left him behind.
I
You
think I
did
got
good,
5?
dude.
You did shuffle the fucking deck.
I like Christmas. I like this time of year.
I hate Christmas.
Yeah, you got 6, bro.
You got 6.
Yeah, the only one you missed was Christmas Carol. There were 4 ghosts. Jacob Marley, the first one.
Oh,
and then the 3 others.
Okay.
And then the Home Alone question. All right, Rob, you got to beat 6, man. Woo! Let's see what you don't like Christmas, do you?
Mm-mm.
All right, well, here we go. In the classic Christmas movie How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Grinch was described as stank, what?
Ugly?
Stunk. In the movie It's a Wonderful Life, what happened every time a bell rang?
Angel got his wings.
Correct. What words follow Silent Night in the song Silent Night?
Holy night?
Correct. In Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, what's the first name of Scrooge?
Ebenezer?
Correct. In the 12 Days of Christmas, what are there 4 of?
Don't know. For la 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 la.
No. Calling birds. How many candles are on a menorah?
7.
9. According to the lyrics of the song, what did Frosty the Snowman do when a magic hat was placed on his head?
Came to life.
Yes. What is Ralphie's little brother's name in the movie A Christmas Story?
Tommy.
No, Randy. Which Christmas... Yeah, you do not. You are the Grinch who stole NBA
I don't know
Christmas.
who the fuck is Randy?
What are you talking about? I can't put my arms down. Randy in A Christmas Story.
I can't remember the last time I watched that.
What the fuck?
Christmas Story is on TBS for 24 freaking hours during Christmas every year.
You're right.
Story?
And I'm watching another network.
If it ain't Die Hard Christmas movie, I don't watch it.
It's Ralphie. It's Who Wants the BB Gun for Christmas, and
I
takes
thought it was
place in
Wreck-It
like
Ralph.
the 40s.
I'm thinking
Wreck-It
Ralph.
Ralphie. There you go. There's the name of this week's show, Wreck-It Ralphie.
Wreck-It Rob.
Wreck-It Rob. Let me see. How many did you get here? Let's see. You got Angel Got His Wings, Holy Night, Ebenezer Scrooge, and Frosty. You got 4. Yeah, Hart whooped you, man.
Wow. You gave Hart the fucking softball questions.
Well,
No, not all of them, because there was some of them I was surprised I got.
You opted to go second.
Please name me one. Macy's was easy.
Nah, because I really wasn't sure about that when I had a thought. So I just said the first thing that came to my mind.
All right. Well, Rob, you get to go first in round 2.
1, 2, 3, 4. I like fucking doves. No, birds.
4 calling birds. Yeah. All right.
I'm ready.
Okay, are you?
I'm trying to think of the name of that damn song. I was like,
The 12 Days of Christmas. All right. Here we go. Let's go. All right, Rob. Which Christmas song contains the lyrics, "Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way"?
I don't know.
Rocking around the Christmas tree. Which of Santa's reindeer also has the same name as another holiday mascot?
Rudolph.
Cupid. In the song Winter Wonderland, what do we call the snowman?
Frosty.
Parson Brown. In the movie Elf, name any of the rules that are the code of the elves.
I don't know.
All right, there's a bunch. Treat every day like Christmas, all that stuff. In The Nightmare Before Christmas, Jack Skellington has to save Santa Claus from what villain?
Jack Frost.
Oh, Oogie Boogie. In 1995, what toy with origins in Sesame Street became one of the biggest Christmas sensations ever? Tickle Me Elmo's correct. Toys for Tots is run by what reserve branch of the military?
Army.
2.
National.
I got one.
It's the U.S. Marines. You got 1. It's the Marines. All right, Hart.
Man, that's not. I think this is a fucking setup today.
How is this a setup? You clearly hate Christmas. This is not a setup.
This is a fucking setup.
These are Christmas questions. Have you never seen The Nightmare Before Christmas, the Tim Burton movie with Jack Skellington?
Yeah.
Are you
No.
kidding
It's been
me?
a long time since I've seen it, but
No,
I have
I've never seen that.
You've never seen Elf?
Only thing I know about Elf is Santa. That's the only thing I know about Elf. I did not watch Elf.
God, you are such a Grinch.
No.
All right.
I watched Big Red 1 or whatever it was.
We're going to watch that. We're going to watch that. I don't think it was called Big Red One. That was a different movie with The Rock. that might have been a movie with the cock.
It's called Red something.
It's called Red One. Yes.
Red 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big.
There's just no big in the front.
No, that's a different movie. That's a much different movie.
That sounds like something you get ready to make now.
All right, Harper. You only have to get 2. Let's load them up.
Let's see.
Here we
I
go.
didn't let it get 1. Oh, you got 2 to win. Yeah.
According to the song, what did my true love give to me on the 8th day of Christmas?
A partridge in a pear tree?
No, 8 maids a milking.
Oh,
What do naughty children typically receive in their stocking if they haven't been good all year?
Coal.
Correct. True or false, Home Alone is the highest grossing Christmas movie of all time.
True.
That is true. How do you say Merry Christmas in Spanish?
Feliz Navidad.
Correct.
Softball.
What is the name of the last ghost that visits Scrooge in A Christmas Carol?
Ghost of Christmas Future?
Correct. In the song We Wish You a Merry Christmas, what type of pudding is called for?
Figgy pudding.
Correct. Visions of what food danced in children's heads as they slept in 'Twas the Night Before Christmas?
Sugar plums.
Sugar
Yeah,
plums.
sugar plum, yeah.
There you go.
See,
I think I got 4.
Hey, fans out there, we all know what's going on right
No,
here.
don't do that shit. Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's a dirty South thing.
Don't sprinkle
It's
your bah humbug bullshit all over this game, okay? We don't need that.
It's the Atlanta crew against the LA crew.
God, man, listen to you. You're like bitching about NBA officiating.
You've won plenty of games.
Oh, you've won tons of these, man.
He's just mad because
Tons
he's
of
on
these.
a nice little losing streak right now.
Yeah, I'm on a
he's
losing
lost the
streak.
last
and
couple, and
I hate losing.
yeah, for no more Christmas trivia. Jesus, I'll pull the.
Well, you could do Christmas trivia. It's just like you tell me who has a red nose? What reindeer has a red
No,
nose?
you got to make it Christmas trivia, but you got to make it NBA edition.
NBA
Get all
Christmas
that.
trivia.
Yeah.
Who scored the most points
Hey,
on Christmas Day?
Shit,
Yeah.
Brandon Hartman would probably still get that one. Like,
I don't know.
man,
I don't know.
Yeah. If
The
you,
last
lose
couple of years-
if you lose NBA Day Christmas trivia, I am 100% calling Compass.
Hey, these last few years, it's been an NFL Christmas for me. And I catch the NBA games every now and then. Hey, y'all know the Ravens in Houston, the Texans game, Beyonce performing at halftime.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this right now: the NBA gonna be pissed again this year. It's 2 games on Christmas.
But those are on Netflix though.
It don't matter. You don't think everybody got Netflix?
I know that, but I'm just saying. Though, it's
Everybody
on
found out how
Netflix.
much it sucked when they had to watch the Mike Tyson fight.
So you don't think an NFL game will be? They're not gonna mess up an NFL game.
Oh, but I don't think it's going to have the draw of the Tyson fight. That's a little
No,
different.
but it's
Beyonce
football on
will.
Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Beyonce might.
Oh,
No.
yes,
We'll see.
yes.
All right.
Them women,
I
them
almost-
women all
hey.
around the world gonna watch at least halftime.
I almost was gonna say, okay, I'm going to Houston for Christmas just so I can go watch Beyonce.
Football on Christmas.
That'd be cool.
NBA is gonna be mad. They're gonna be mad again. Because even though they have more games during the time that the 2 NFL games are on, come on, y'all.
What are the Christmas games this year for the NBA? I should know this. I don't know it off the top of my head.
Warriors, Lakers is the only one I know.
I think Spurs play the Knicks. I think that's the first game.
Yeah, Spurs at the Knicks, and then you got the Timberwolves at the Mavericks.
Suns,
The
Nuggets.
Sixers at the Celtics. Well, they're going to get destroyed.
Hold on, Rob. What about them Sixers?
Oh, dude.
How about them Sixers?
They're
Hey.
making the playoffs. What are you talking about? What are you talking
Hey,
about?
I didn't know he was soft as tissue paper. He's gonna get his orbital bone broken. Man. I'm like, shit.
Oh, who you said you didn't know who was soft as tissue paper? Who?
The man who's been hurt?
Who's on Embiid?
Yeah.
We
Who's
can't
been
be
hurt
talking about the
all
same
the time?
Oh my goodness. Hey, first of all, we all have some teams that we predicted that would be up there.
Don't bring up the New Orleans Pelicans. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, I don't want to talk about it.
Hey, I'm the one that said Milwaukee would make the playoffs.
Well, yeah, okay.
Well, they're improving, aren't they? Where's Milwaukee?
Hey, but I know one thing. I got 2 teams. You know, I got the Sixers and the fucking Sacramento. I think we all picked Sacramento. So
They were in there somewhere.
Yeah, I don't remember. What's the? I'm trying to see where the Bucks are because I'm like,
I'm trying.
no, the Bucks are the 5 seed in the East right now. They're 14-11, and they're playing for the NBA Cup tonight.
they one slip on the floor before.
That's all it takes.
Hey, all y'all just got to do is fall on his ass one time. He gonna miss about 12 games right there.
and insult the injury. For the Sixers, what's his name? Jared McClain is out for an extended period of time. So your young gun is out. I said the injury. Boy, everybody getting injuries in their stockings for Christmas in Philly.
Yeah, they are.
Hey, that team right there, boy. Whew.
Sixers are 8-16. Oof. The Wizards
That's
are
better.
3-21.
That's actually better than what I thought.
But you know what's weird though? The other day I sat back and I looked at this Sixers roster. It ain't good. It ain't good.
No, it's not deep.
When you go to that bench,
It's about
man,
it's about puddle deep, man.
I was looking at the bench players. I'm like, what? Like Eric Gordon. I love Eric Gordon. Dude, why are you still playing? And then I'm looking at other guys on like the guy who came from France. I'm like, you got in the league because you dunked on LeBron. And I'm looking at Andre Drummond. I'm like, dude.
Andre Drummond makes me giggle.
Yeah. And then
I love Andre Drummond. How's he still playing?
Yeah,
Well, Andre
so
Drummond can still rebound. He's still
Yeah, I guess.
So I'm looking at that roster. I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah.
Now that I look at that bench, I'm like, what the?
We're hanging our hopes on Kenyon Martin Jr. All right.